want to talk a little bit about gifts for relatives or friends or that kind of stuff. And I just want to focus on all the stuff that I see that people run out to buy the latest and greatest things. It's the fad. It's the toy. It's the whatever you want to call it. And then maybe it's a month later, maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's 3 years later. These items that money has gone towards, or your I guess your labor has gone towards, because money's a ledger of your labor, become no longer really cared for, wanted, really have a value to them, really maybe sentimental, few things, and no real, I guess, value as maintaining wealth or having this sort of wealth of a value to it. Is that wrong? Is that right? That's for you to decide, but I just want to say it just got me thinking about a story that when I was younger, I want to say it was like 8 to 16, 17, maybe it was 9 to 16 or 17. My grandmother, who was close to me, she liked angels a lot. So she likes things with angels on them, this kind of stuff. So I remember making it a point when I was younger, when I didn't have a job, when I couldn't afford much, if I got allowance, if I didn't, I would ask my mother or parents, could we get this for my grandma? Can we get this for my grandma? Whether it's for birthday, for Christmas, that kind of stuff. And as I got older and I started working, 15, 16, maybe prior to that, because I was getting an allowance for the chores I'd done, I found myself saving up for items. Whether it's I bought a larger angel statue that sat on the top of a shelf, like a built-in shelf, a wood shelf, and it was rather large. I want to say by that maybe 8 inches tall, 9 inches tall, and it looked nice, but it was a ceramic base type deal. Posters, some pictures, that kind of stuff. Anything that really had angels on them, or something that alluded to that, I tried to purchase myself or somehow get, so I could get it to my grandmother, so my grandmother could get it. And she appreciated it. She appreciated the gesture, and I think she appreciated the visual, that kind of stuff. But then, thinking about this, she's passed away quite some time ago. But just thinking about this, I'm like, after I've been involved in the financial aspect of this and really watching currencies and real money and that kind of stuff, and how I guess the real world works, a financial aspect of it, or how it should work and how it corruptly works nowadays, I'm thinking, and I was thinking, it just crossed my mind a few times, I'm like, I should make a video. So if I would have had any knowledge, had any smarts about it, known anything really when I was younger, which you don't, because you don't get that in K through 12, you don't get that usually from relatives that aren't involved and don't know much about it, and that's not a jab against them, it's just, you just don't, it's not around. Unless you show some sort of interest, or you get some sort of interest and dig into yourself, and that's what happened with me. But thinking, if I would have known anything, whether I would have bought silver rounds, whether they're 1 ounce, half ounce, quarter ounce, 1/10 ounce silver rounds that either had an angel on it, or alluded to an angel, or alluded to wings, or something like that, or the bars, silver bars, and the smaller ones, 1 ounce, 2 ounce. Would that have been better? I'm saying it would have, absolutely, because as years passed, these items would no longer really have no value to them other than what she might have put on it, if anything. They just collected dust and just was something to be moved around as you're, rearranging or putting stuff up in the counters, or changing pictures on the walls, or whatever, painting, pulling it down, whatever. Other than just moving stuff around like that, they really got no use and no thought behind them as what they really are. And they really were just a consumer product to sell to people, to buy, in my opinion, I'm saying this, but I'm going to be wrong, to throw their hard-earned labor away. Maybe that's not correct to say, but it feels like that because you're saving up your ledger of your labor, this money, this currency, whatever, and then you're purchasing all this stuff, whether it's plastic toys for children, whether it was these angel things, whether it's whatever it is. They really, once they're purchased, you give them away or you buy them or whatever, they drop in value tremendously if they hold any value. So it would have been better, in my opinion, is if she had these 10 years, 11 years, 9 years of all this silver, whether it's 925, sterling silver, or whether it's 90% silver, or whether it was, 999 silver, whatever. They would have had some real monetary value to them. Hence, they would have had actual preservation of wealth. I'm not saying that I've heard complaints or she had complained before she passed years ago, but I'm just saying if we as a society think of things like this, because as we are giving our hard-earned labor away for all these materials that don't hold any value to them really and don't have a use to them, it seems like we're giving away to this, forgive my term, slave mentality of a consumer. I mean, that's what it seems like. So just thinking about it now, as I go through life, I mean, I started doing this with my kids, jeepers, 10 years ago, maybe 11, 12 years ago. Not all, but started really incorporating metals into, what they have received and gotten and trying to get them involved in that kind of stuff. And I think that was really successful. And I think they really clambered on and see the real value of it. And I'm like, if I would have been doing this my whole life, maybe things would have been better and more people could open their eyes and been more educated to this. But I didn't know. I did not know until I got this fire under me, whatever it was, 15 years ago or 13 years ago, to say, hey, you need to start looking at this stuff because you're not taught about it. I had no one telling me about it or saying anything about it. I was like, this is just, and I just started to dig and started to read. And the more I read, the more I wanted to read. And the more things I wanted to read, the more things I had to learn. I could not put things down. It's still like that to this day. Anything that talks financial, money, monetary, that kind of stuff, I gotta read it. I gotta. Just because it's instilled in me. I don't know why or how, but anyways, in my opinion only, that holds real value, preserves real worth, real value, and preserves a labor of your ledger. That's just what it is. So I just want to say this to get people thinking, maybe I want to incorporate this stuff for my children. Maybe I want to incorporate this stuff for my grandchildren or my nieces and nephews or my girlfriend or my boyfriend or whatever it is. I would just look into it a little bit, just to give it a little rundown of some prices, if you want to call them that, and just get people thinking. So silver values. I'm just doing silver values. Back in 1992, silver was like $7.50 an ounce. Silver was $7.50 an ounce. All right, that was 1992. So 92, I was purchasing these things from my grandmother, and if one item cost, I'm trying to think, I think it was like $20 or $30. Well, that would be roughly 3 to 4 ounces of silver that I could have purchased for her in lieu of these items, or this ceramic statue, or this poster, or this picture on the wall, that kind of stuff. 2002, silver, because of manipulation, still was at $7.22, roughly around there, $7.25. So that same essence, that 10 years later, for the most part, fluctuate here to here because of manipulation. I could have, got her that much every year, whether it's 3 or 4 or 5 for a gift for a birthday or Christmas or whatever. And then you look back now at, you look at those now and you're like, okay, well that was $7 roughly, an ounce. Well now, roughly, silver is at $20 an ounce, all right? That's the manipulated paper price. That's the contract price. That's not really what silver is. If you go anywhere to try to buy an ounce of silver, it's going to cost you tremendously more than that. At least $6 more an ounce. Somewhere $12 more an ounce. So that's the real value of it. And that's still kept down. That's a whole nother video. But anyways, so the melt price does not really reflect the actual value of the piece. And I just want to show this quick. So I was getting those ceramic things of of angels, and posters or pictures, or maybe it was a piece of material, that kind of stuff, a throw rug, a throw towel, throw blanket, whatever. And in lieu of those, yes, blankets come in handy. I understand that, but you can get cheaper ones that don't have that kind of stuff on there. And then put your hard-earned money, hard-earned labor, your ledger of your labor, towards something that's going to retain some value, whether you're giving it away as a gift or you're just keeping it for yourself. But I just want to show this here. This is I don't know if you can see that. This is an angel on 1 troy ounce round, they call it. So I'm thinking, that's pretty nice. I think she would have appreciated that just as much, and I would hope, if not more, than these other things that have to move around to be dusted, that kind of stuff, and really don't retain a value other than some sentimental value. But anyways, that's all I'm saying about this. Just something to think about. Maybe you want to get children involved, family members involved, whatever. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this, like, share, subscribe. As always, stay vigilant for yourself, your family, your wealth, and protect your home.